Oh my
Can you
god.
imagine?
Alrighty, what are we going to start it off? Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest, Kern. I'm just joking.
What's that, baby?
We have probably the biggest Jaguar fan I know, the only Jaguar fan I know.
That's a fact. I don't know any other one. Look at that. Rep until it's
I
death.
mean, like, he just jumped on the bandwagon. We've known this dude for elementary school. So if we say Jaguars, he's been ups, downs, and anything in between.
Since the Mark days, Byron Leftwich.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he's always said Jags are back. That's every year. He's like Mike with the Jets. The Jets are back.
Well, this time, the Jags are really back, though. I mean, this is, I've seen the future. It's actually, it's a thing. It's happening. They're going to win the championship next year. I've seen it. It's done. Boom. Write it down. Take it to the bank.
Take it to the bank.
Huh?
I'll bet $5 that they win the Super Bowl this year.
Very much faithful.
I can't go any more than that, right? I do, but that's how much I believe in them.
$5.
$5.
So, Teddy, let me ask you something. How satisfied are you with the Jaguars offseason?
You know, it depends. It really depends on what they do in the draft because, look, I talked a lot of shit about Calvin fucking Ridley. I was gonna take our offense to the next level, and he wasn't bad. He wasn't bad, right? He's been out of football for a while. He had over 1,000 yards. He had a couple really good games. But fuck, man, this guy also fucking played like a rookie, man. Missing routes and fumbling the ball, man, and did not catch the ball. Like, this guy made Trevor Lawrence look like a B average quarterback. And he's not. I know Trevor Lawrence is not. This guy is an A+. Maybe not A+, but he's an A. He's an A. He's in there. But
Get the fuck out of here.
it really depends on what they do at receiver. If they get a receiver in the draft, I like what we've done. If they don't replace Calvin Ridley and we just ride with the receiving core that we have, I'd say I'm like so on their off season.
So, but you still have faith that they're going to win it all.
Oh yeah, man, come on, man. So far, think
So-
Houston's gonna.
Listen, you want to bet again? Because I'll bet again. You're not very good when you bet me.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It's 2024. Things change.
Y'all had a bet? What bet y'all talking about?
We've had so many bets. I think he's beat me once.
Yeah, he's keeping tally over the years.
It's easy. When Tom Brady won his last Super Bowl, he bet me every game.
Yeah, all I did
Playoff, every game is like regular season too.
That I felt he goes triple or nothing to the Super Bowl. I said, dude, I don't want to. I felt bad for taking his money. It was easy money.
Well, wait, I did get you in the
Next season because you said I bet on Brady, and
in the
that's
Rams.
the one time you won.
That's right. That's I hang that victory up somewhere.
Hey, dub's a dub, baby.
Right.
Can't win them all. Everybody pulls a giant every now and then.
Yeah. Really
Yeesh.
cherish it. But yeah, I don't know. Jacksonville, they've done some good moves. I think Dave Davis is a good receiver.
You think he can be your number one?
Shit, man, this guy, he has the potential for sure to be a number one. It's. I don't know. I haven't. If he wasn't like that with Josh Allen, I do kind of question like, what is he gonna be like that with Trevor Lawrence? But I feel like Doug Peterson's offense is more. What's the word? There's a system to it, right? I feel like Buffalo's offense is just kind of running gun. It's Josh Allen running around, making plays, receiver, just throwing it up to
Josh Allen throwing interceptions. Yeah, I know. I got to deal with it in fantasy every year.
Yeah, like this guy's literally like their whole offense. And so I feel like in Jacksonville, it's definitely more a system, and the receivers complement each other. So there could be a chance that maybe he could be a number one. He has a bit of deep threat, vertical guy. So what we really need is Christian Kirk to be healthy. Because when he's healthy, he makes our offense run.
Yeah.
So that's
you guys. Who's your guys' tight end?
oh, Evan Neger, man, come on,
Yeah,
this
dude.
guy.
That guy. He's had a little, comeback out of nowhere. It was just boom. Here we go.
Yeah, he was a steal for sure. We picked him up last off season or 2 off seasons ago. It was a 1-year deal, 10 mil. And he's been a good piece.
Where'd he come from? The Giants or the Colts? I forgot.
He came from Giants.
Giants, right?
And he was nothing there.
Yeah, he was a first round pick for the Giants.
No shit.
We know how their first rounders go.
Dude, the Giants. You guys want to go down that rabbit hole?
Now, before we continue, I gotta ask, how do you feel about Calvin Ridley leaving? How much of a gut punch with you?
I thought we were going to resign him, to be honest. I kept reading all these reports for he was staying. The fact that he went to Tennessee, man, this fucking guy. He didn't go to the team that just knocked us out of the fucking playoffs. This scrub ass fucking team. Look, I like Tennessee, don't get me wrong. I love Nashville. I love that area. But man, that's a sorry ass franchise. We all know.
I forgot that's who knocked you guys out. I forgot about that.
Yeah. And he goes over to Tennessee? Like, are you kidding me? Man.
Oh, man. Honestly, I was shocked. I was shocked he wasn't re-signed, especially with what they did to A.J. Brown like 2 years ago. They getting rid of him. So I was like, why would you want to pay Calvin Ridley that much more money when he's, 30 or 31 or something like that now?
Yeah, 30.
Yeah, so like, in my opinion, it's not a waste of money, but it's a lot of money to be throwing around like that.
They should just get A.J. Brown. He's far better than Calvin Ridley and younger.
Exactly.
And it would have been a little less money.
Absolutely. Oh. Yeah, so Calvin Ridley's contract, I'm actually glad. Once I saw the contract from there, I was like, okay, that's way too much for him. That is not worth
way too much.
Way too much. Do you know what? Have fun in Tennessee. Have fun with who's their quarterback? Will Levis.
He's back, baby.
Out of the league in a year from now. Get out of here.
Oh man.
I
don't know how, because who did Tennessee? They got Tony Pollard too, which I don't think is going to do shit.
Look, I will say Tennessee's done. They did have a really good offseason. They picked up a lot of good pieces.
That whole division had a pretty good offseason, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the AFC South. I mean, yeah, Houston, Jesus Christ, I mean, what was his name? Stroud, man. I cannot believe this guy is this good.
It's only one season. You know how I am. Just one season. Let's see what he does.
You got to give him his flowers, though. For being a rookie and
having
nothing but young weapons around him, come on now.
No, I give him his credit. What he did was phenomenal. I'm not going to take that away from him. But Lamar Jackson did kind of the same thing after he won MVP. And then he had a few bad years.
Wait, who was this?
Lamar Jackson.
Oh, Lamar, yeah. And then Lamar won MVP. Look,
and then he won MVP. It's okay. What are we doing? But they are another team that choke in the playoff. The Ravens every year.
Oh yeah, they can't get over the hump.
No.
Yeah. I'll give you that.
But, I mean, I will say, yeah, Houston.
Houston, baby, told you.
And I lost that bet this year, right? For the people listening, I took a bet with Zach. Zach came up. He was like, I think Houston's going to win 7 games this year. And I was like, bullshit. I was like, they're going to win like 4. And so we thought the bet was like, what, $25, $20 bet? What was it?
Yep.
50?
I don't know what it was. I think it was like 20.
Look, fucking Houston wins like 20 games. Incredible.
Yeah, well, I had faith in them.
Mm-hmm.
I took Nico Collins in the draft for fantasy, and I said, you know what? He's gonna go off.
What a fucking steal! What round did you grab that guy in?
13th, 14th.
Wow, that's gotta be like the biggest steal.
Well, I got Rashid Rice in the 17th from Kansas City.
Did he have 1,000 yards this year?
Yeah, that was the only one that pretty much did anything over there besides Kelsey.
Yeah. That's stupid, Steels, and you still didn't make the playoffs.
Oof.
Oh, you're right. You made it for the first time and couldn't get past the first game?
Oh yeah, I got blown out. Yeah, it was short-lived.
At least when I made it, I got all the way and won the belt against 3 other people. So
yeah, it's not. I probably will never make the playoffs ever again. That was my one time.
Well, the object of fantasy is not to pick everybody on the same team.
Look, man, too low, bro. Come on.
You are, but when your team is ride or die on Jacksonville, if they have good games, your team's unstoppable. But when they have bad games, you just have to watch Teddy's team in fantasy to know if Jacksonville's doing good or bad.
Yeah, pretty much. And then in the group chat, you'll also know pretty quickly as well.
I've never seen someone with a love-hate relationship like you had with Calvin Ridley.
Dude. I mean, this guy was our savior, man. He was supposed to be Jesus Christ. It wasn't.
Listen, it was 1 week it was, yo, you see Calvin Ridley? Look what he did. Him and Trevor Lawrence. Next week goes, this guy's on second down. What the fuck did him off? I'm like, didn't we just hear the complete opposite the week before?
Yeah. I'm bipolar when it comes to that guy, bro.
Yeah. Dude, I'm bipolar when it comes to Jacksonville. There's been times where I'm like, I'm done. I'm getting a divorce. I'm out. I still stick with it. I'm still on it.
It's like that bad relationship. You just stick with it because of the kids.
It's a situation.
It's toxic.
So you did make the playoffs this year in fantasy for the first time. You didn't come in last because the other 2 years, like, I think you kind of forgot what fantasy was about.
Mm-hmm.
So this year, it was nice to see started from the bottom and got your way up.
Yeah.
So who was your who do you think your steal was this year or last year?
Steal. Honestly, man, I don't know. I can't remember my team other than Travis Etienne
and Trevor Lawrence.
Well, I had Trevor Lawrence and I had Calvin Ridley. Look, I'll say this: my season changed when I made that trade that everybody was giving me shit for.
Which one?
It was Calvin Ridley.
Oh yeah, that we vetoed the first one or something.
Yeah, I forgot what the first trade was. I actually
keep going.
Trade completely. Yeah, it was. I do remember I got Curtis Samuel, maybe? No, shit. I don't remember, man.
I'm about to go look at your team.
That trade changed my entire season because I think I went on like a 4 or 5 game winning streak. What was your biggest steal? You think it was?
I mean, you had Minshew, Etienne, Trevor Lawrence, Miles Sanders, Chuba Hubbard. That's who it was. It was Sanders, Chuba Hubbard, and I think Samuel.
No, it wasn't Curtis Samuel. It was McLaurin. Yeah.
No, you traded McLaurin.
No, I remember I released him on accident.
Oh, yeah.
Such a great DM.
Yeah, you had a lot of Carolina and Jacksonville people. Maybe that's why you did that. Towards
the end, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, you had Barkley, who solid. You had CeeDee Lamb, who kept you in games.
Oh, that's right, CeeDee Lamb. What round did I pick this guy in? That's probably
probably first.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Well, no, you had freaking, who was it? Tyson Hill go off when I played you.
Yes, this guy. He had a couple killer games, 30 points. Yeah.
So when you get into fantasy, you've been playing fantasy for a while.
Yes.
So because Emma, the only woman that we have in our group, the Sneaky Snakes, she has like a whole list of everybody, the positions, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So she has a whole strategy. Me, I don't have a strategy. I just who I feel like is the right person and what I need off positions and stuff and bye weeks and this and that. When you go into like drafting and do you prepare yourself like weeks in advance, or you just get into the draft? Is there any like rhyme or reason to anything, or it's just here we go draft time? Let's pick who we got.
This is what I do in everyday life. I literally close my eyes and I just throw a dart in the dark. That's all I do. Literally, when it comes to draft time, I just close my eyes and I just start clicking. And luckily, I get all the Jacksonville players. That's a miracle.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kind of like with your strategy. I don't pre-plan. I just kind of feel it in the moment. I go off of the intuition. I go off of, the off season, who I think is going to do good. I don't go into a draft with game plans just because it's too unpredictable. You don't know who's going to be taken. You don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't want to be thrown off. So when it comes to my pick, I just try to pick whoever the best player is at the time.
Yeah.
But when it comes to certain players, I think when it comes to Jacksonville players and it comes to rookies, I try to pre-plan. And I try to take sleepers if I can. Because I feel like everybody always sleeps on rookies and everyone always sleeps on Jacksonville. So I try to take
good reason why.
Well, for sure. Absolutely Trevor Lawrence. I mean, come on. But that's my strategy there. I'll be curious to hear Kearns whenever he gets stacked.
But I think, we've been around football for so long because we kind of know like the veterans. Like every year, it's the only people that are different is the rookies.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, where'd they come from? And I watch college football. So I kind of like, there's a lot of people that I don't know because there's so many different colleges, but the majority of the people is like, all right, I know him. Okay, I got it. And I love rookie receivers. Like I always gamble, no matter what league it is, with rookie receivers. Always.
Yeah. I mean, it's high risk, high reward. When it comes to rookie receivers, but man, if you can nail on a rookie receiver, because they're gonna usually go, like 8th round, 9th round.
Yeah.
Unless if it's like Jamar Chase and he's like a top 3 pick or something, and he's like a super stud in college. He might be in the first couple rounds, but yeah, I mean, you could get some great value at rookie receivers. But
yeah, I think Patrick, the Tom Brady's divorce lawyer, he got Kyron Williams, the running back for the Rams.
Oh, dude,
he got him. He got him in the 18th round.
What about Puka Nakua? Yeah,
no one drafted him, I don't think.
He looked like them up.
I forget.
Because god damn, that was a steal.
Yeah. Thank God he can't be a keeper.
Wait, why is that? Is it because he's not drafted?
He didn't get drafted, or he didn't get him in a trade. He got literally picked off of waivers.
Yeah, that's funny. Who were you thinking about keeping this year?
Rice in the 18th round or 17th round. Zay Flowers, Nico Collins, and then I'm still debating if I want Josh Allen because he puts up points, but
what round would he be in?
3rd. But with Corey won it all, and he had a shit running or quarterback the whole year.
Who's his quarterback?
He had Kirk Cousins, and then he just went from whoever was starting with Minnesota, pretty much.
Oh, wow.
But he had receivers upon receivers.
Yeah.
That pretty much guided him.
Yeah, that's the move. I think that is the move. If I was you, I wouldn't be taking advice from me if I was you. But listen, dude, Nico Collins in the 17th round. I mean, this guy balled out last year, and you can only imagine he's gonna either replicate that or even go further than that with Stroud in year 2.
Yeah. And, that's another team that did good in the offseason was Houston. They brought back who they need. They got a bunch of studs, so.
Yeah. I'm back from being a dad.
No
Yo,
one
Curry,
cares.
that's it, man. Zach, I just asked him who he thinks is gonna win Super Bowl next year, and he's in Jacksonville. It's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, you're a Jags fan now.
Jags
Jacksonville
are back, baby.
specifically
Yeah.
stabbed Jacksonville over Philly in the Super
Ain't
Bowl.
gonna happen. but
Crazy.
Okay. Oh yeah,
Neither one of those teams are going to make it. We know that's not going to happen.
Whoa,
You don't need that. Philly had a
Whoa.
rough outing.
bro, I don't even want to talk about it, yo. I
Yo,
was
Kern,
so
they
mad.
just. How do you feel about the trade?
Dude, yeah.
Hassan Reddick to the Jets. Yeah,
Yeah. So you guys pretty
It was
much
gonna
just
happen.
swapped Huff and Reddick.
yeah, I knew it was gonna happen, so I was like, I wasn't too mad about it, honestly. We got Bryce
Yeah,
Huff.
I'm
so
surprised he
that's
went
why-
to the Jets though.
But why?
I mean, yeah, they just got rid of their top.
I
edge
know,
rusher.
but still, like, I thought they'd go in the draft and get somebody.
yeah, but Hassan Reddick
Why?
has been just a killer these last couple
Exactly.
years.
I don't know. I'm
Bro,
just
think
saying.
about it. Honestly, if I was the Jets, that was a smart move.
It was a
Replace the
smart
edge
move.
rusher. Replace the edge rusher I just got rid of. Draft a quarterback or receiver to go with what's his name? Who's the receiver that's balling out over in the Jets right now?
Wilson?
Wilson. Yes,
Garrett
thank
Wilson.
you. Yes.
I just picked him like
Draft a
Williams.
receiver to go.
Yo, time
There
out.
you go.
You see where all these mock drafts are coming, and they have Marvin Harrison going to the Chargers?
Really? Wait, what pick is the Chargers? Like 7?
No, they're like 5.
Then
5.
If they picked him up, look, I don't
I
watch
said-
college. But
If they pick him up to team him with Harbaugh, I'm like, you guys are just fucking like, don't give him the best receiver.
Why not? I'm excited
Yeah.
to see that.
Like, you already know where I stand. If I was the Bears, I told Teddy this too. I would never have traded Fields. I would have drafted Marvin Harrison Jr. to team up with Moore.
Mm-hmm.
Now they got Keenan Allen as well.
yeah.
Cole Kmet. They got a running back, Swift.
Swift is
They got,
good.
no faith
I like
they got no faith in Fields.
Yeah,
I
but
feel
I'm going to be honest. I don't think Caleb Williams will do anything.
oh man.
I think that is going to be the biggest bust.
It's too early to say, honestly, yo. It's too early to say. I mean, I don't know.
The Bears players don't even like him. Did you hear what they said?
No.
Oh yeah, I did see that. With the,
Two of them came out and said, "Your Hollywood shit, keep it over there in L.A." He goes, "You come here." He goes, "You got to learn that. You got to earn that respect." He goes, "Keep that Holly shit over there."
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I'm thinking, dude, you haven't even got on the team yet, and these people are already like, save it for something else.
That's
I mean,
true,
bro,
man.
think about it. He was at what I don't know what game it was, but he had pink nail polish, a pink phone, pink lip gloss. Like, bro, you're doing too much.
Wait.
You're doing
Wait,
too
wait.
much to come to the Chicago Bears. You know what I mean?
Were you serious? He did that?
It was
Yeah,
just not
bro.
too long ago.
Oh my god, look, yeah, that's LA for you, goddamn.
That's what I'm saying. Like, come on, yo. You going to the Chicago Bears?
I'm all about like having fun and this and that, but dude, that guy has ran his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna play for this guy. I don't want to play for them. Dude, time out.
What if he pulls an Eli Manning? He's like, I don't want to play for them, trade me. He gets drafted and he says, I'm not going to play for them.
Then I guess someone else will.
Dude, I hope that happens. That would be hilarious. Chicago loses Justin Fields and this guy, Caleb Williams. That would be freaking hilarious.
I honestly don't like. I think this quarterback, besides Daniels and maybe Bo Nix, which I don't think is all that good, JJ McCarthy is god awful. Drake May is god awful.
Huh.
Caleb Williams, we saw what he did last year with USC. He was nowhere to be found after he ran his mouth, won the Heisman. He was supposed to win the Heisman again. He fell off the face of the earth.
Was that because Cliff Kingsbury was there?
No,
Is
he's wasn't good. Like you saw him play, it was
Because
He's-
Maybe that's on purpose.
no.
Think about it. You know, the Chicago Bears are possibly, they're talking about it all year. Chicago Bears, Chicago Bears, Chicago Bears. You don't want to be a Chicago Bear. Why not play a little trash? You know what I mean?
No.
Throw a
No.
game here, throw interception there, fumble
Yeah,
there.
right.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
If that was him auditioning,
I'm just saying, I'd do it, go to the second round and be happy. The Bears don't get me, I'm chilling.
Yeah, but who? Okay, let's say you go to Kansas City.
Oh no, I might get a Super Bowl ring.
Oh
Damn.
no, I'm never gonna fucking play.
Bro, I'm gonna get a ring. I'm gonna get my check, and I'm gonna ask for a trade. I'm gonna stay there for the 4 years. I'm gonna stay there for my 4-year rookie contract.
God.
Give
Get
me
the
a
fuck
ring,
outta
2,
here.
3, or 4. Now I mean, get my ring, then I'm gonna dip out. I'm gonna walk out like this, and I'm leaving.
You know what they say about backup quarterbacks, right?
What's that?
The best job in the world.
That's a
Yeah,
fact. I got the best seat in the house, Zach. I got the best seat in the house.
Billion, you know what I mean?
And
So,
what until the injury comes and you have to be out there and you're like, oh fuck, here we go.
and wasn't
What you
there.
mean?
AKA
Athlete.
Zach Wilson
That's a fact.
Or not.
or Jimmy G.
What do y'all see happening with Zach Wilson? You don't see him
No
going
one
anywhere
wants
else?
him. Nobody wants him.
Damn, yo.
I had a feeling he'll go somewhere. Who's Kansas City's backup? I know Blaine Gabbert was their backup, but I don't think he's there anymore. Maybe they pick him up. You know.
Who is the backup? That's a good question.
I don't think they have one unless they bring
No.
Gabbert back. It was Chad Henne.
It was Henny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know where I think he would potentially is. I don't think that coach for the Jets is all that good, honestly.
Robert Sala? Nah, me neither.
I never thought he was all that good. He's had his opportunities or whatever, and he's like, you had to bring in Aaron Rodgers. Okay, he gets hurt, and then you still didn't have a plan.
Yeah.
Like your defense carried you, and then it was like, what do we have?
And they were like midway through the season in contention for the playoff spot. So they could have made a move outside of Zach Wilson when he was playing like trash. Carson Wentz, he was sitting on at home, and he's not a bad quarterback.
No,
at all. 17 games, but
a quarterback that deserves a starting quarterback position is Gardner Minshew.
Absolutely. And I think he got it.
I don't think he has one. The Raiders?
Vegas? Yeah, I think Vegas is going to start this guy.
I hope they do. I honestly, after last year, and he was supposed to be a backup, it just made the Colts look good. Like, it made them look bad, considering Richardson, who I still don't think is all that good.
Sure.
And you had Gardner Minshew came out and balled, and it was like, you just wasted a pick. Like, because Gardner Minshew was there.
Yeah. I mean,
you could have got him.
Jacksonville guy, Jacksonville drafted him in the 6th round back in, 2019? Yeah, the draft that he was in, which is a terrible quarterback draft. Kyler Murray, Daniel fucking Jones, and then you got Gardner Minshew. And to me, I think Gardner Minshew might be better than both of those guys.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding, man. And for his price, too? I mean, come on.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to tell you a quarterback that's going to give it 2 or 3 years. You're going to have better is Justin Herbert, because he finally has a coach. That team he was with, that head coach, watch out. Make sure you know how to drink your tea, big guy.
Well, he made me laugh. What does Justin Herbert talk?
Listen, he's going to be good. He has a coach that actually cares and knows how to develop players, and he'll get a team around him. And God forbid if they pick up Marvin Harrison Jr. Just saying, he's going to he'll be better than Lawrence any day of the week.
Get the fuck out of here with that.
Lawrence is not that good.
Like Herbert, look, I will say, adding that coach, and then if they do go out and grab a number 1 receiver, Herbert could be a top 3 quarterback in this league. Absolutely. He has all the right tools. I mean, his stats is a crazy stats. He's like Dan Marino. You know what I mean? He's like a modern-day Dan Marino. But the thing is, I just don't know if he has a back fighting that Patrick Mahomes has. And even Trevor Lawrence has. Trevor Lawrence is a dog, man. This guy, he
looks like an Afghan hound.
Huh?
What?
He looks like an Afghan hound.
What?
That dog that has like the long hair. He said he was a dog. Yeah, he is a dog.
like
The guy-
like a golden retriever, I guess. I don't know.
No, look up an Afghan hound. Look exactly what it is. Like, look it up.
Afghan. I've never heard of this breed before.
You've probably seen it.
Afghan. Oh Jesus, it's hilarious.
It
There
looks
you go.
exactly like Trevor Lawrence.
God damn, that is him. For the people watching, or if they ever watch, that's Trevor Lawrence.
He's an Afghan hound.
Oh, dude, look at this photo. That's totally
That's
him.
Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, that's Trevor Lawrence. That's funny.
That's
He's an
good.
Afghan hound.
But this guy, like, I watch his press conferences, right? And he takes losing very serious. And there's some quarterbacks that don't, right? They get paid, they don't care, they're the star or whatever. And Justin Herbert, to me, has, like, that attitude where he's just like, yeah, I've kind of made it. Like, I'm in Subway commercials, I have one of the wealthiest quarterbacks to ever play the game, even though he hasn't done shit other than just, put up stats. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, the thing is you got to learn it goes with coaching too. Who has been his coach? Like, he hasn't really had a coach that's motivating, that wants to win.
That's a lot. I could do that.
And, Keenan Allen finally was healthy last year, but then you had Eckler that just shit the bed. He hasn't had a complete team, which, let's not get into Eckler because that was the biggest bust ever in a fantasy
Did
draft.
Eckler even want to be there last year, or didn't he want to leave?
Yeah, he wanted to leave. He almost didn't play the year before.
That's what I mean. So yeah, you can't really put that on him. I mean, he wasn't even trying. Then you can't say it's a bust.
Well, it was that coach was awful. Like, I don't know.
Oh yeah. No.
Like, they could have used him, but they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
He just didn't know how to use that. Like, they could have done so much with that team and with that defense. Like, come on.
Yeah.
They really did.
So that's what I'm saying. When you bring in Harbaugh, who wins no matter where he goes, he's proven it, and he gets behind you. He supports you. You make a mistake, it's okay. Let's learn from it. Like, let's keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he builds that confidence and makes you play as a team. And then once you start building that, like what he did with Michigan, it wasn't overnight. It took years. Years. Because his first, I think, 5 years, like, they were talking about firing him because he never beat Ohio State.
Really?
Yeah, like, he was god-awful. Didn't beat Penn State, didn't beat Ohio State. He always lost the big games.
Did they just win the championship?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And I think, since Urban Meyer left Ohio State, Harbaugh never lost to Ohio State. So, But, yeah, I mean, that's so with this, fantasy league, what did you like about this league?
What do I like about this league other than, it's just shit talking, That's the best part of it. Bunch of guys and a girl just talking shit.
Pretty much. Do you like the so we're thinking about changing some rules.
Oh god. I'm out. I'm done. Can't distract. Go on.
It's we're thinking about changing. There's going to be a punishment.
Oh.
We kind of did a trial run, me, Mike, Kern, and Drew. Kind of did a trial run between us. Is whoever came in like the lowest, whoever finished lowest had to go downtown and play an instrument for, I guess, what did we agree on, 5 hours or $50?
4 or 5 hours. 4 or 5 hours or $50.
Yeah. So Kern lost that bet.
Oh,
So
my god.
he has to do it, but it keeps you involved because literally it came down to the last game of the season and me and Kern were playing each other.
I almost threw my fucking phone. I was so mad. You don't understand, bro. I was sitting there watching it. Whatever.
So even though we weren't in the playoffs, we were still I was still looking at it going, I don't want to do this. I don't want to go downtown. I don't want to play any instrument because I can't.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about something like that? It's that or whoever comes in last, you don't get a keeper.
I got my instrument, by the way.
Yeah, you got to put this on like Instagram Live. So
we will. Once it happens, we'll put it on Instagram Live.
I'm gonna log into the Sundays for the Sundays for the league account and go live on that.
Oh, that's so good. That's so
Yeah.
funny. Well, so like, I do have a question. I love the idea. I love the idea because because look, if for example, if I was not contending for a playoff spot and my record was 2-12 or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
I would check my lineup. Obviously, I wouldn't just like forget,
Yeah.
or screw the league over like that. But I don't know. Who's to say someone else wouldn't do that? And that wouldn't really be fair, So this really does give you like an incentive to keep up with it because you don't want to get embarrassed or you don't want to lose a keeper. I like the keeper idea. I like that
Yeah.
idea. If you
Because
come in last,
the reason we said the keeper was because there's so many, like, you're in New York, Drew's in New York, Mike's in North Carolina. Dry, the new kid this year, was, I think he's in Pennsylvania. So it's hard to, if you lose, who's going to videotape it or who says, trying to get them to go to where they want. So I was like, if we do the keeper, you come in last, you don't get a keeper, and it's like, because that keeper it doesn't seem like a big deal, but if you get at least like one guy who's decent, that's your keeper, at least you'll be in the games.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's a really good idea, man. I really like that.
Yeah. So, but other than that, what would you change? Was there anything that you would change?
Oh, change.
If anything, is I try to keep it fair. Like, you know how I am. Like, if there's a trade or something, like I try to bring it to the group. Like, any
Yeah.
rules you would change or something that you would like to see?
Top of my head, I got nothing. Right now, what's the deal with the trade? It has to be vetoed and it has to be at like the majority vote, right?
That's another one. Is I might just let it go. Honestly, I think we just lost Kern.
No. Oh,
Kern, are you there, big guy?
Can you hear me?
Anyway, we can hear you. We can't see you.
Hold on.
All right. But as long as we're good. But as long
as switching on me, my bad.
Me and Kern, we've talked about it. Is with the trades is, I think if you're stupid enough to do trades and you think it's good, as long as you guys are not trying to like plan something as in, hey, let's do this, so so and so, like, if you're just doing it because you think it's a legit trade, I'm just gonna let it go through.
Okay. I mean, you could do a trial run, give it a year.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna see is like the trial run, and it's and honestly, I found out that during the year, if everybody agreed to it before the 3 days, that's why I was getting everybody to vote, is if everybody would have said, yeah, that's a good vote, I could have vetoed it or put it through right away.
Mm-hmm.
But no one was quick to respond to me, and I was asking everybody, like, just respond. And they're like, I don't really fucking care. And I'm like, I understand that, but I was like, I can't, like, they want these players, and that's why I had to wait the 3 days.
Yeah. Yeah, the 3-day thing does suck, because I remember when I did my trade, I was waiting. And
I might change, I think I'm going to change that to one day.
1 day? Yeah, hey man, I'm all for it, make some crazy trade,
And then the waiver wire this year, since you drafted and then you were on the waiver wire and picked a whole new fucking team before the fucking season ever started.
Right, man, I'm working that. That's why I got to the playoffs this year.
Working it, goddamn! Not even 5 minutes after the draft, Teddy picked up 2 players. I said we haven't even played yet.
To change your heart, change your heart on a couple of my guys that I drafted, did a deep dive, and I was like, oh, some allegations are gonna come out, gotta cut them, gotta get them out.
Yeah,
so have enough Jags players on his team.
We just looked at his team. He has Jacksonville and Carolina players.
Yeah,
and somehow still made the playoffs.
That's right.
What? Who's his team?
Chupa.
Who's his team?
TMLZ. He was like my one and only guy.
Travis Etienne wasn't bad. Or
no,
was it Travis?
Or didn't have Etienne.
He was good for the first half, and then he completely fell off.
No, so did the whole Jacksonville team.
The whole team fell off. Yeah.
Well, I think for the waiver wire, what we're gonna do is, because it was usually whoever was last had the first pick, so on and so forth. This year, it's going to be first comes, first serve. So if you pick first and you get them, you go to the bottom of the waiver wire. So let's say you wanted someone, you got him, you go to the waiver wire. The people that didn't pick stay at the top. So the more you pick up players, the more you're going to stay at the bottom.
Oh, so that's interesting.
So if you go and be like, yo, I need this guy, like let's say Kern hasn't picked, he hasn't needed anybody until like, let's say week 8 or 9. So he's always on the top of the list because he hasn't done anything. So the minute he does something and he goes and picks someone up, he goes to the bottom and then the next person goes. So every time you pick someone up, you're going to the bottom.
Right, so you gotta really kind of plan that out well.
So it's like a strategy. So we're not sitting there when people really need someone. Like this person, oh, he got him again, a.k.a. you. I got so many people are like, yo, Teddy got this person, Teddy got that person. I'm like, dude, what are you supposed to go after him? I don't know.
Hey, I was just on it, you know? I just
Yeah,
wanted to...
And I was like, I
Teddy
don't know
might
what...
be Drew, bro.
Huh?
Teddy might be the new Drew.
No one hates Teddy. It's
Okay, that is true. That is
Drew
true.
is hated by everybody. No one dislikes Teddy. It's just every time they needed someone, it was like, I said, let me guess. Teddy got him. They're like, yeah, what the fuck? Again, who got him? Teddy? Of course.
That's right.
I said he set the tone. He set the tone in the beginning of the season. I said he drafted a whole new team right after the draft.
Yep, I was setting it up for you guys.
That's going to be an indication that this is going to be a long season.
Absolutely, I was laying the eggs out for you guys.
But no, it's as I try to be as like I hate being in leagues where there's so many surprises, and I don't like it. That's why I try to keep everybody, up to date, what's going on. Just like I sent out, I think a text message not too long ago. Make sure you keep an eye out on the fantasy, like the free agents, who your keeper is, this and that is, because everybody switched teams. And it's like, now, the keeper you had in mind, all right, what team are they on? Do they have, like it changed a lot of things. So it was, I try to keep, like, especially with, like, trades, like with Corey in the last game in the championship, he didn't need the quarterback. But I asked Ryan, who was in the championship with him, hey, he needs a quarterback. What do you think about this, that? And he goes, go for it. If he would have said no to that, I don't know what I would have done. I would probably come to you guys. All right, Corey needs a quarterback. What do we do?
Yeah.
Like, it's a vote time, and everybody hates the votes, but I'm like, the vote is for the purpose of, so if it happens, you guys voted on it.
Exactly.
It's not on me, is because I try to get everybody involved. What are we doing? Like, how are we doing this? Let's think about it. And everybody complains, and I'm like, if I would have done it, you guys would complain. You guys want it fair. I make you vote. Oh, I don't care about voting, and I'm like, all right, whatever.
I like the vote. No, I'm not gonna lie to you. I like the votes.
I like. Oh, you like the votes? Interesting. Yeah. It's more about the democracy.
Yeah, not even that. It's just like nobody should complain if it goes through.
Right.
If it goes
because
through,
then
and
you
everyone
vetoed it.
Exactly. If you didn't like it, then veto it. If it goes through, don't be mad.
Yeah, that's what I said. I kept on saying. I said we can veto it right now, or if everybody's good, I can go through it, and no one answered. And I said, all right, then we'll wait. Like, if it goes through, don't fucking bitch and complain about it then.
Exactly.
I gotta ask, man, that's because you're commissioner. Do you get angry? Like, how angry do you get at us? You just like to start first and you start punching the air. You're just like, motherfuckers.
Honestly, not really. Is the group that we have, everybody's usually on time with things, like money-wise, this and that, so not really. I really don't, like, there are times when Drew starts running his mouth and everything, and I'm like, Drew, shut the fuck up, or, Ben and Mike get going about some gay shit that they always talk about, which I don't understand why. And it just turns, and I'm like, guys, shut the fuck up. Like, what are we doing here? Like, how did fantasy football go into some and I'm like, what are you doing? Stop! That pisses me off because I'm like, I was like, I'm done. And everybody like, it's not like there's just 2 of us. There's like 12 of us in there trying to figure out like, are they gay? Are they not gay? Like, what is going on? Like, what is like? How did this turn so quickly? And I'm like, guys, I think I've had multiple people like Emma, Patrick. I've had multiple people going, "Hey, is everything okay in the group?" I said, "Just ignore them." But it gets annoying when you're in that group and it goes off every 5 minutes.
Yeah, didn't you put a rule in where it was like after 10 p.m. or something, like no texting in the group?
I think it was 8:30, 9,
Was it
something like that.
8:30? Well,
Yeah, dude.
Nobody listens to that rule. It was like
No
10
one
o'clock. I was
listened. I know
getting
I was
messages
texting
11
big
o'clock.
time.
Well, you were on a different. He was on a different time zone, so I understood where he was coming from.
Oh,
He was
true.
3 hours behind.
That's true.
But Mike would do something. I said it. I said, "Shut the fuck up. We're done." It's no. And I broke it a few times.
Oh, it's so funny.
Like I would text and I'm like, "Oh shit, it's past the damn time." But I put that rule in because, let's be honest, we have to get up for work. We have kids. Like there's stuff that we have to do. No one wants this freaking text message at 12 o'clock in the morning going, "Hey, did you guys see that hit?" No, bitch, I'm sleeping.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
yeah.
Did I see that freaking? Is there still a game going on?
Yeah. Oh,
I feel
man.
that, bro.
I know I was blowing up the group chat when Jacksonville was playing Monday Night Football and Trevor Lawrence went down. That was like 12 o'clock at night. I didn't care. I
Yeah.
was like, I'm done. I'm out. Jacksonville is done.
When that happened, I said, "I bet you Jacksonville sucked ass."
Oh,
I said, "I bet you this is Teddy just venting and letting all of his anger out." And sure enough, I woke up and I said, "I fucking knew it."
yeah. Dude, I gotta vent to somebody, man.
I think all of us got to the point where it was like, all right, what's Teddy's gonna come out? Because it's like, all right, just let him vent. Here we go. Let's see what he does. He turns his nope, where they're doing bad. Like there's times I wasn't even in front of a TV. I would look at my phone. I said, "Fuck, Jacksonville's doing bad." I said, "Oh, they must be doing good because he's either silent or doesn't say anything."
Exactly. Then you gotta look at the score. He's like, "Yep, Teddy didn't text. Jags are doing good."
Like Calvin Ridley. Oh, fuck that guy. Fuck him. I'm like, yep, something happened.
Like a true fan, man. We're all like that, right? Love hate.
That's a fact. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I mean, not for me. I really don't have a
You're
team.
actually very quiet. You're a Tampa Bay fan, right?
No,
He's a Broncos
I'm a
fan.
Brady fan. I'm a Brady fan.
You're
They
a diehard
claim,
Broncos fan, bro.
huh?
You're a diehard Broncos fan.
He thinks they claimed me to be a Broncos fan, so I just play with it now.
Oh,
You
okay.
are. Bro, you admitted on live. You admitted it live in a podcast. You're like, I am a Broncos fan.
They wouldn't. Yes, I admitted to it, so they would shut the hell up.
You can't go back now.
But it's
Last week I said I was a Texans fan.
Oh God, please
Oh,
don't.
you did say that.
Yeah, and you
He's
guys
not
jumped on it.
Parsons, huh?
Yo,
Huh?
I got a question for you guys. Who do you think was the best offseason move, or who had the best offseason move in the NFL, not in our sports fantasy, obviously. Anyway,
Like in the NFL.
in the NFL, that's right.
Like in a whole or like a single person?
Just like in a transaction, one transaction that stood out. That was like, boom, that is the off-season move, the best off-season move. That was it, the move.
Biasly, Saquon to the Eagles.
Who?
Unbiasedly, Derrick Henry to Baltimore.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. And his deal wasn't too bad either.
Not at all. Zach, don't give me that look. Don't give me that look, Zach.
I knew you were gonna say
Don't give me that
Barkley.
look, yo. But
I knew you were gonna.
Come on. Come on.
God, you are terrible. I knew you were gonna say that. Everything doesn't matter how good or bad it is. Always comes back. Biasly, the Eagles. Biasly, the Eagles.
Wait, so, but who was the Eagle? What was their move? What was their biggest move?
We signed Saquon.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a good move.
Exactly. That's
That
what
is
I'm saying.
a good
Biasly, the Eagles. The Eagles had the best move so far to me. Signing what's his name? Saquon Barkley.
Mm.
In my opinion, unbiasedly, I mean, But unbiasedly, I got to go with Derrick Henry to Baltimore. Because that's an unstoppable backfield right now.
Oh, fuck yeah, man. Well, who's their backup running back? Because
Does it matter?
They've lost J.K. Dobbins, right? I mean,
it's Gus Edwards, I believe.
No, Gus Edwards is with Chargers.
It's Mitchell, right? The guy that got injured?
Mitchell, yeah.
Is it?
He came off that
I
injury.
No, Edwards he's with Harbaugh.
Oh, I'm tripping then. Don't listen to me.
I'm going to tell you, Harbaugh, I think getting Gus Edwards was huge for the Chargers.
Is he their starting back?
Yeah.
Isn't he get injured a lot?
He played all last year. Dobbins gets injured.
He's the injured one. Okay, so he stays healthy. All right, that's not bad.
I mean, he had 910 yards with 13 touchdowns.
Did he really? No.
Yeah. Or 800 and something with 13 touchdowns.
Gus Edwards, because didn't they also bring in Melvin Gordon for like half the year? Yeah, you're right. He had 810 rushing yards, 4.1 average, 13 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
It's not bad at all.
He also doesn't have much wear and tear in the 5 seasons he's played. He's only rushed the ball 150 times in each season.
I'm going to tell you, Harbaugh loves to run the ball.
Yeah, he does.
Like, that's how Michigan got there. It wasn't J.J. McCarthy. It was Blake Corum. So.
Is he in the draft this year? Blake Corum, or is he?
Mm-hmm.
Shit, okay.
He's in the draft, and then Wilson, one of their receivers who's good, is in the draft as well, which I think he'll do decent.
Hey.
But I'm going to tell you, J.J. McCarthy, someone compared him to Zach Wilson, and I said, ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, that's not a good comparison.
No. And Drake May is the same exact person, I've been saying this since day one, as Sam Howell and Mitch Trubisky. They all went to the same college. They all throw alike. They're all white. They're all the same height. They're garbage.
They all look the same.
they play the same. There is nothing, like, especially Sam Howell and Drake May. They are the exact same person. Same school, same everything. So if the Commanders are that dumb and be like, oh, let me get rid of Sam Howell, but let me go get his freaking twin brother over there at UNC, we're going to change something. Like, get the fuck out of here.
I'm curious to see how Drake May does, honestly.
I'm not. I can tell you right now. Look in the fucking toilet bowl when you shit. That's exactly what it's going to look like.
Well, what kind
garbage.
Of shit, though? Is it like a nice,
It doesn't matter. It all smells.
Okay, but if it's diarrhea, that's one thing. But if it's like a nice turd, though, a nice wrapped up turd, that could be. That's not.
It doesn't matter. It's still shit.
That's I guess.
You can make a sushi roll out of it. It's still shit.
Oh man! All right, enough of this shit talk. I got a question for both of y'all.
Oh God.
So with Aaron, think about it. Not for real, bro. Serious question. With Aaron Donald retiring, right? Who are some plays? It doesn't have to be recent, but who are some plays that you were like, dang, yo, they retired way too early. I wish I could have seen what they could have become, like with like 3 more years added on.
Calvin Johnson.
Really?
Dude, he retired at 29.
Yeah, but do you not know how much pain he was in?
I know. I would still like to see what he would have done.
Oh, true. Fair enough. I dig it.
Barry Sanders.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Andrew Luck.
Andrew
Luck.
You talking about? Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a great one.
I'm trying to think who else. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. RG3.
I was about to say RG3 too. If he didn't get injured,
they fucked him over.
Bro, I'm saying
Shanahan. That's the reason RG3 is not playing. There's no way in hell that guy should have been on the field.
Nope. I'm trying to think who else retired super early.
Who else? Yeah, who else is
Tom Brady?
Get out of here.
It was way too early for him.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah, I can see him play till he's 50.
Yeah.
How do you get? What? This is a bad take, but what about Sam Bradford if he stayed healthy?
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I would have loved to have seen that.
Yeah,
Huh.
he
I
wasn't
would have
bad.
loved to have seen that. He
When
wasn't
he
bad
was
at all.
healthy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when he was in Minnesota. There's a couple. I mean, he only played was it a whole season? Yeah, he that whole season that he had with Minnesota. He balled out that year with them.
Yeah.
Mm.
I would love to see Cam Newton. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Cam.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Scam Newton.
He's not retired. Oh damn. He's not retired yet, but it's still like, dang, what would have happened to him if he didn't lose that Super Bowl?
He was in his heyday, man. That guy was a bad motherfucker, man. He was.
I'm saying Superman Cam Newton.
His ego is the reason he's not in the freaking NFL right now. His ego.
Yeah, and maybe a couple other things. His arm kind of fell apart towards the end there.
Well, he didn't know how to take. Honestly, his attitude sucked. Is when he lost that Super Bowl. I'm telling you, that was the downfall of him because he didn't know how to get over that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like he bitched and complained in the interview that the Broncos were too loud and he couldn't talk. I'm like, you just won the fucking Super Bowl. You expect him to be quiet? Like, shut the fuck up.
That was definitely his peak, and then they started to dip. Yeah.
And then he just didn't know how to, like, he thought he was, like, because he had so many good years, and then he started to think he was bigger than what he was. Mm-hmm. And when he had that momentum and that stuff, and then he went on that downfall, he couldn't take it. And it was like, how do I get, you can't, like, you lost, okay, move on, let's go on to the next season. But once he lost that was the end of his career.
That's a fact. I feel that. Oh, I just thought of another one. So sorry. Percy Harvin.
Percy Harvin,
bro.
Honestly,
if he didn't have those migraines, I would love. What do you think? Do you think Hall of Fame if he wasn't like so?
I think as a returner, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember watching him with Florida when they had all those Aaron Hernandez, Pouncey brothers, Brendan Spikes, Tim Tebow
stacked.
Dude, they were fucking. But watching that dude was fast.
Yeah.
That was probably the fastest person I've ever seen, besides Devin Hester.
But he was moving. He was so versatile. Like he was like a returner, receiver, a running back.
Yeah, he was like a crash dummy though. The minute you hit him, he's done.
Yeah, he was a small guy.
It was bad.
He had so many concussions. They led to migraines, and it was just all right. You're done now.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, Percy Harvin he had a few good seasons, like decent seasons with Minnesota.
Minnesota, yeah. Who was their quarterback? Who was his quarterback? Was it Christian Ponder at the time?
Think so.
Was it or was it Brett Favre?
I think he did have Brett Favre for a year.
He might have had Brett Favre for like a year, but I think it was Ponder from Florida State.
Christian
Florida State.
Damn Ponder, man. He was a top 10 pick, right?
So was Sam Bradford. So was Jamarcus Russell.
Oh, bro, Jamarcus Russell let me down so much. I'm not even an Oakland Raiders fan, but I was like, yo, they're about to get Jamarcus Russell. He's about to do his thing. He could throw it 60 yards on one knee, and he's scrambling, and he's about to be a Black Big Ben.
Black Big Ben.
I was wrong.
You were dead wrong. I knew he was going to be garbage.
I was excited, yo. I was super excited. I was like, yo, do your thing, man. Then he got paid.
It's hard. It's hard to be like a first round draft pick and like have a successful career. We've seen so many people that are not, like Tim Couch and everybody. It's like, and then you have people like Patrick Mahomes and stuff that are getting picked later in the round, like Brock Purdy and everything, and it's like, all right, well, there goes your draft number one. I got him last, so.
Yeah, but you kind of have to. I feel like if you're in that position, you've got to keep swinging for quarterbacks, and then even if you keep missing, you just got to keep swinging.
My thing, they don't let them develop. I've said this from the beginning. They've given him like 1 to 2 years on a shit team.
Yep.
And it's like, bro, I don't care if you put fucking Tom Brady out there, like, in his prime. If you don't give a fucking offensive line or anything, like, what do you want me to do? You drafted me to build a team around, and I have to deal with this bullshit team that you can't figure out because you put no one around me.
That's legitimately so true. Like, all these like quarterbacks coming out of college are starting right away, and they have no time to develop. But you look at Aaron Rodgers, right? Like he sat a couple years. Now look at Jordan Love. He sat a couple years, and these, Green Bay's now set.
You don't say.
But
I still stand by what I say.
So Teddy, I have a question for you, there, buddy.
Yes, this is a Jordan Love topic. Yes,
Because bro, we have this debate almost every week, nonstop, right? You draft a quarterback. Are you starting him right away, or are you letting him sit and let him marinate?
If you're picking him in the top 10, top 5, top 10, like top 5, are you top 10? Okay, somewhere in between there. If you're drafting a quarterback, are you starting him right away, or are you going to do what the Patriots did and get Jacoby Brissett and have him start and have the rookie learn from him?
I think I have two answers for this. It depends on what year, right? Like if for example, like Trevor Lawrence, this generational quarterback. I didn't watch him in college, I didn't watch him in high school, but all you kept hearing about was like generational talent. Him, Andrew Luck, Peyton Manning. When you hear of these guys coming out, I would say, yeah, you got to just start them off the bat. But if it's not these generational type quarterbacks, oh hell no, I'm sitting them at least a year, and I'm bringing in a veteran quarterback like an Andy Dalton or Teddy Bridgewater to start. I don't give a fuck. I don't care what the rookie says. This guy's gonna sit the bench. You're gonna learn. You're gonna be a good boy, okay? And you're gonna develop. You know what I mean? Like you're just gonna. I think developing a quarterback behind the scenes, I think the proof is in the pudding, man. They used to do that back in the day. Green Bay's been doing it for the last 3 quarterbacks that they've had, and there is something to that, like putting in a young quarterback on a team that has a shitty. They were a first overall pick for a reason, because the team sucks.
Thank you.
Yeah, and so
that was my point.
Yeah,
especially in like the top 10, you're not looking for a backup.
Yeah,
you're going to start them because you're in that position unless you traded for some reason and whatever.
Right.
But you're in that position like the Bears. You're in that position because you don't have a fucking. You can't afford to draft a quarterback.
Hold on. Let my dog finish.
Yeah, but to that though, if you do put in a quarterback and they're not ready, and you throw them in the fire, they can completely fold big time. I mean, look at Bryce Young. He's not 100% not ready to be starting 16 games.
He wasn't that good in college.
And that could be very.
He had good teams around him.
Kyler Murray, right? Like Kyler Murray.
That's another garbage guy.
Yeah, kind of like he's okay. He's fine, but like, is he worth the contract? No, but like maybe if he did sit behind, a veteran quarterback, he would learn etiquette, right? Like he's also not. He's playing video games, right? Like what's his work ethic? And so. I do think sitting behind a veteran quarterback who has experience in the playoffs, maybe, that's the way I would go. If I would draft a quarterback and have him sit for a year or 2. That's my take.
I wouldn't. I'd let him start right away.
And that's how
Thank
you get Baker Mayfield.
Coming on to our show today. Exactly.
Well, listen. All right, this was my argument, is you're the Bears or something. Okay, let's say Jimmy G. Who did he back up?
Tom Brady.
And what kind of career did he fucking have?
Dude, his career has not been that bad. He's been to one. He led his team to 1 Super Bowl. He's been to the 2 AFC Championship teams. Sure, the coaching and there's other moving pieces, but he has had a pretty successful career considering a lot of other quarterbacks.
All right, what did he do with the Raiders?
Well, I think he's just...
What kind of team did they have?
I think that the Raiders definitely reached on him for sure. They should have... But you see what they did, though. They did draft a quarterback, Aiden O'Connell, and they had him sit behind Jimmy G. Jimmy G would have been a great person to have a young quarterback, I think, start.
Because he learned a lot.
Because he has that experience. He has the Super Bowl.
He doesn't have any experience. He always got injured.
But he played in the Super Bowl. He's played in 2.
Who cares? He has 3 Super Bowl rings.
Say it again?
He has like 3 Super Bowl rings.
That's vital, man. That's
Proving
huge.
his
There's a
point
reason
exactly.
why.
If I'm backing up Tom Brady, of course I'm going to get fucking rings too.
And that's
Hey, let me teach you. Let me teach you, because I learned from Tom Brady. I ain't shit. I got the rings, but let me teach you. I didn't even step on the fucking field.
There's a reason why Blaine Gabbert was brought into KC to back up, Mahomes. It's not because he's the best backup quarterback. No, this guy's garbage. But he has that experience of going to the Super Bowl with Tom Brady. You know what I mean? He's been Tom Brady's backup for 3 or 4 years, and Mahomes, wants to take that end. But like that kid. I'm not saying you start Blaine Gabbert and you put Caleb Williams on the bench. No, not in that scenario. But
so you're going to tell me you're going to start Jacoby Brissett and bench like Jordan or Jaden Daniels?
I would start the season with Brissett.
Yes.
Brissett's not a bad quarterback at all.
Yes.
He's not a 16-game type of guy. Maybe you start him. You start him 8 games in, 9 games in. You're 2-7 or something, or you're 3-6, and you're just not going too hot. The fans are wanting the new guy in. Then you make that switch. But I think having a quarterback sit, is very important.
I think having a veteran on the team, yes, is important. But having him start, no.
Bro,
obviously, if you're with the Jets and you get drafted to the Jets and you have Aaron Rodgers, of course you're not going to start.
Yeah.
Like something like that. But if you're going, let these guys go through the like I said, Peyton Manning set the record for most interceptions as a rookie.
Yeah.
20-something interceptions. You know how easy it would have been just to forget him, bring in another guy?
Well, his first couple years, he wasn't very good.
Exactly.
It was like 4th or 5th season.
But what did he do? He learned the game.
Yeah.
He learned the defenses. That's what you got to put your guys through. Tony Romo's a prime example of he couldn't do shit on the field, but he can sure tell you what's coming up on the fucking booth.
Yeah, but okay, think about it. Peyton Manning has a different mentality than a lot. Same thing with Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Eli Manning. If you name all these top generational talented quarterbacks, they have a different mindset.
Yeah.
They want to go out and win.
What did they do? They had coaches that believed in them.
I was just going to say that. If you have a rookie, right?
But that's the other thing. What I'm saying is a lot of these coaches are not coaches, like owners and GMs are putting these kids and they're giving them 1 to 2 years without anything. You got to learn learn the defense. You can sit there and watch film all you can. That doesn't mean anything. Let them go through the blitz. Let them go through this. Let them go through that. How to read a defense is you're only going to get better. Give him 4 years at most. Let him go through his rookie contract.
Would you want to have Zach Wilson for 4 years?
My thing with Zach Wilson is what kind of offense? I'm not saying he was good, but what kind of offensive line did he have over there?
Oh yeah, they didn't do him well.
Exactly though. So if you expect a rookie quarterback to start in a shitty situation like that, all you're doing is breaking his confidence.
Yeah.
Yes, but that's where the whole team comes into play, and that's what I'm saying is these coaches. They break their confidence, and then they don't get back on them, and that's supposed to be their future. Is if you get this, let's say Caleb Williams has a bad first 2-3 years. Okay. Build the confidence, because they could have easily gave up on Peyton Manning. But they said, you know what, he's good. Let's build up his confidence, let him learn from his mistakes. He had a coach that believed in him.
There is this theory, though. So Zach Wilson came in, right? First 2 years, garbage. I don't even know Joe Flacco was his backup. But when Zach Wilson did start those first 2 years, complete garbage, right? One of the worst starting quarterbacks ever, right? But he did sit behind Aaron Rodgers just for a little bit of time before he got injured, and he did improve this year. I mean, it wasn't great, but he did.
It was a slight improvement.
It was a slight improvement. So what if he did sit behind Aaron Rodgers for 3 or 4 years, comes into year 4 as a starter like Jordan Love, and now he's balling out because he has the confidence. He's sat. He doesn't have all this pressure on him to be the number 1 guy right out of college, and he balls out.
Okay, so my point is, let's say you do sit him for 4 years. Let's say they sit Zach Wilson for 4 years, and then he comes in, and it's his turn to start, and he has the same exact 2 years as his first 2 years. We won't know that until his 5th and 6th year. So you've just wasted 6 fucking years trying to produce this guy, and he just doesn't have it.
That's a chance you take.
And how many other quarterbacks did you miss out on?
Yeah, that's a chance you do take for sure.
Gamble.
That's the lopside of that.
You can still have him on a team as a backup or third string and still draft quarterbacks. Still bring in other quarterbacks.
Dude, then you talk about breaking his confidence.
I mean, yeah.
You were just complaining that it breaks their confidence. Now you're going back, well, yeah, it's going to break their confidence.
I mean...
And Jordan Love, one good season, phenomenal season. We're going to see if he can continue it. Because if they did, it's the Packers find a way to figure something out that no other team has figured out.
It's because they sit their quarterbacks.
That has nothing to do with it.
Okay, so do I think that bringing in a veteran quarterback for a rookie quarterback is breaking confidence if like 1 or 2 years are trash? No. I don't think it's breaking the confidence. It's I want my team to win. I want you to learn from the best possible at your position. If he's not the best at your position, the second best, the third best, the fourth best, whatever the best is. So I'd rather you learn from them as a rookie than to sit there and be like, all right, you know what a cover 3 is, right? Go ahead, go do what you got to do.
You got to figure it out sooner or later. Because if you sit him, let's say 2-3 years, okay.
How do you get better?
You play in the game. You can't tell me practice is a lot different than games. They don't go full speed. They don't hit you. They're not blitzing, like all that. It's totally different, dude. When you're in the game and you have to read the defense, they're consistently changing it up on you.
Mm-hmm.
That is what makes you a good quarterback. You have it or you don't. You get better at it or you don't. And you're going to waste 3 years him backing up, and then he gets in there and we figure out he's just not the guy. You've wasted 5 fucking years on this dude.
Well, I mean, another case is Alex Smith. You know, he looked terrible his first 5-6 years, and then Harbaugh came in, and boom, this guy led him almost to the Super Bowl, right?
It's the coach as well. I'm not saying it's all on, but if you have the coach and the team behind you, that's the major thing. Is what I said is they're giving them these like 1 to 2 years on shitty ass teams. You're selected number 1 overall for a reason, not because you're on the best team, because you're going on a shitty ass team and they're going to build around you.
Yeah.
And you're going to give him 1 to 2 years.
Yeah, definitely need more time than one.
Give him 3-4 years so that he got through. Like, because usually, how it usually goes is they go in a sophomore slump their second year.
Yeah, they do. Unless if you're Trevor Lawrence,
and you suck all the year round.
No, he was good his second year. And
okay, so you can say the same thing. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your 4 or 5 years or whatever. Because if you put him out there and he's ass year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, then what?
We did what we had to do. We did what we had to do.
So was
we did. We found out that you put him through that. You don't have to waste another 2 years because you wasted him for 4 years learning from, let's say, the best quarterback at the time, and then he got into the league, and it was just pure shit. You could have learned that in the first 4 fucking years. You didn't have to waste another 2 years until he came out.
All right, so then maybe the medium here is you sit him for 1 year. You sit him for 1 year.
I'm playing him right away. More experience, the better.
Yeah, I mean,
and get him a coach that's like if I'm these GMs and these owners, I'm getting a coach. What have you done? Like, everybody says, "Oh, this guy's a guru, quarterback guru." How many times have we heard that?
Oh,
every young stud is a quarterback guru. Really? Like, come on. Like that guy from who was it? Braylon Leftwich. When he was with Tampa. He's a quarterback guru. You have fucking Tom Brady. What do you mean you're a fucking quarterback guru?
That's so funny, yeah. And he actually was about to get the Jaguars were going to sign him, and then they went with Peterson. So I'm glad they went with Peterson because Byron Leftwich is out of the league. He's not even coaching right now.
Yeah, Kellen Moore was
quarterback. Yeah,
was another quarterback guru with Dallas. He went over to what? The Chargers.
Yeah,
and they sucked.
He's with somebody. He's coaching somewhere new now. Who's he with?
Yeah, I don't know. And then like that guy that took over for Braylon Leftwich last year for the Bucs did good, but now he's the head coach somewhere because he's the next quarterback guru. I'm like, when are you guys gonna figure out that no one's a quarterback guru?
Yeah, it's very situational, you know.
Like it's very rare that you're gonna have someone come in like Shanahan, who has success,
Mm-hmm.
always chokes, but he'll get you there. Or McVay, who's already won a Super Bowl and he's young.
Yeah, there's only like a few coaches that I have. I would say McVay, Shanahan, John
That guy from
Harbaugh,
Cincinnati,
Zach Taylor.
he's been to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, God, his first 2 years though were pretty dog awful, and then when he got
And he
Joe Burrow, he balled out. But
They built a team over there.
I will say though, I was a hater on Zach Taylor, but I think he did a really good coaching job this year. Once it went down, like they were very competitive with him.
Yeah, because they had Browning, wasn't it?
Jake Browning, yeah, he torched Jacksonville that Monday Night Football game.
He wasn't bad, and that's what I'm saying is those coaches is you have to have a coach that believes. There's just some coaches that don't have it. They don't deserve to be a head coach, and they're always a head coach. And it's like Todd Bowles is one of them.
Todd Bowles, who's Ron Rivera.
That guy from there's another one that I don't think is worth shit either. I don't know.
Was always getting coaching jobs.
Yeah, like dude, Lovey Smith?
Yeah.
He won one Super Bowl.
No, he went to a Super Bowl.
No, he
right?
lost.
He
Yeah,
lost.
that's right. He
Yeah.
lost to Dungy.
Tony Dungy, yeah. Mike Caldwell, he was a good coach, but
I mean, you just keep on like Cliff Kingsbury.
garbage.
The fact that guy has another fucking job in the NFL
Where is he at now? He's the offensive coordinator for
the Commanders, they deserve to lose.
Dan Quinn. That's so funny.
I don't think Dan Quinn's all that good either.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
He's a good defensive coach.
I mean, he did lead Atlanta to, the Super Bowl and a couple playoff runs.
Until he took his foot off the pedal
Yeah,
in that Super Bowl.
Dude, you know what's really funny? And then after this, I'm gonna have to bounce. Matt Ryan, dude, how funny is his very last game in the NFL? His last starting game was against, was it the Raiders or no, Minnesota? When Minnesota had the biggest comeback in NFL history.
Yes.
That was his final starting game in the NFL. And
Oh shit, you're right. Yeah.
and isn't that wild? Because he's associated with the 28-3 loss in the Super Bowl, and it's like that's bad. That's a bad way to go out.
That is a terrible way to go out.
Oh,
But you know what? He kind of lost confidence after that too. It was just one of those that it was just oh shit. Like how do I recover from that?
yeah. I mean, psychologically, how do you recover from that?
Just got to move on, man. That's what a lot of these people. That's another thing of being a quarterback is, or an NFL player or any sports player is, dude. You got to learn to like let it go.
Yeah.
You got to be hungry. That's like with Tom Brady is. He lost it. The next year's it pissed him off so much, especially when he lost to Eli Manning the first time to end the perfect season.
Mm.
He said, he goes, I'd rather have one Super Bowl and it would be that Super Bowl than the other 7.
Oh, I bet, man. Yeah, that's history.
He goes, I would take that any day of the week.
Then over the other 6 Super Bowls?
Yeah.
Or 7 or however fucking many this guy's got?
7.
God damn. Okay. My question. Nah,
Is Patrick Mahomes going to break it?
yeah, I was gonna go. Yeah, that's cliche, but what do you think? You think he's gonna reach it?
I said in the very beginning, Patrick Mahomes, when he won the first Super Bowl, is if there's going to be one person to do it, it's going to be Patrick Mahomes. I honestly think the NFL these days is the refs determine too much of what goes on. In sports, I'm not saying that's why they won the Super Bowl, this or that, but we're seeing it even in college sports, is like watching March Madness and stuff, and baseball. They're changing the rules. They're trying to make it more, fun. And it's like, dude, like with the new that hip drop tackle that they banned.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, how are you, like, you can't go high, you can't go low, you can't go to the hips, you can't tackle from behind. How are you supposed to tackle these people?
You got to hit it 100% clear. You have like a 100% hit mark. And if you don't hit that 100% hit mark, flag.
And it's like a 15-yard is, and then the whole kickoff, and it's like, dude, they changed, like when we had Devin Hester and all them, is we had return men, and then they hated that because it got too dangerous. The NFL changed the whole way the kickoff was after that, and they made it to where there was no kickoffs, returns pretty much. Like that was on them, and now it's, okay, we're going to do this, and it's like, why? Like, it's stupid.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense because, the kickoff is so iconic,
Devin Hester, it's the reason he's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. I like the move. I like the rule change. All right, guys, this is the one last question. Who do you guys think is going to be the sleeper team of both conferences? So, for example, who's going to be the Houston of the AFC and who's going to be the Green Bay Packers of the NFC?
I'm going Patriots.
Whoa. All right.
They have a great defense, and they've built that fucking. I'm gonna tell you, they have a whole new beginning. I think the Patriots, and I'm not just saying that because of whatever, but and then over in the NFC, I think the Chargers. No, they're in the AFC. Fuck, I always get them confused.
Commanders.
I was gonna say the Commanders or the Giants.
Oh, Giants make a little comeback.
Because the Giants, they built this. Everybody in that division, except for the Cowboys, did something. No, and they've built a defense. But those are my two teams.
Kern?
All right.
Eagles.
AFC. Shut the fuck up.
NFC, Eagles. AFC, Eagles, even though they're not in there, Eagles.
AFC. All right. I'm going to go Steelers, AFC.
Ooh.
Go Steelers, AFC.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm going to go... Oof. I'm going to go the Lions, even though they're not really like a sleeper. I'm going to go with the Lions. I feel like they're going to have another run like they did last year. Dan Campbell showed what he can do. I think he's going to come out there with something to prove even more.
Okay, I like that. What about you, Teddy?
The Lions, for sure. I mean, they're going to be back. I mean, they'll be bad if they don't make the playoffs. They got a good team. They should have won to the Super Bowl last year. They were so close.
Another AFC team would be the Colts.
Yeah, depends. They've made some decent moves. It really depends on Richardson.
What moves have they made? The Colts.
They brought back a lot of players that they needed, but they picked up
Pittman,
a few.
Right?
They brought back Pittman, and last year they did Taylor. They signed him.
Okay.
I think they re-signed Kenny Moore, a couple of defensive guys.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna go. You brought it up, man. I hate to say it because I'm not a fan of him, but I think the Chargers for sure. How many games did they win last year? 4.
4 or something.
Oh yeah, with John Harbaugh. Or is it John Harbaugh or Jim?
Yeah, no, it's John. Jim is over in Baltimore. Yeah,
Harbaugh. You add him with Justin Herbert, and they still got a pretty good defense. I mean, they got good players, I should say, but let's see what they're seeing.
They played like they did last year.
I'm going out on a limb here. I'm gonna say Chicago.
Ooh.
Honestly, they have a team.
They do.
If Keenan Allen stays healthy,
it really depends.
Compared to what they've had, that's what I'm saying. I think Justin Fields would have been fine.
Yeah. Look, I think with Fields on that team, you probably win 9-10 games and you make the playoffs. I think with Caleb Williams, I think there's a lower bar. I think you could maybe lose or win 5 games with Caleb Williams, as he's transitioning. But you also, I think that there's a high ceiling there with him is 12 wins, and you win the division. But yeah,
because if you would have had Justin Fields and you would have drafted Marvin Harrison, you would have had that fucking receiving core.
Oh man, that's a killer receiving core.
Keenan Allen, Marvin Harrison, DJ Moore. DJ Moore had over 1,000 yards last year.
Dude, he had a couple games where he almost put up 300 rushing.
Yeah, believe me, I was on the fantasy end of one of those. The only time he did anything is when I played Kern.
Yep.
Oh, was that your player, Kern?
Yep.
Yeah, of course it was, because he played me that week.
He got me like 40 or 60 points. I forgot how
Yeah,
much.
we had a segment. We had a segment during the season. Who's going off against Zach?
I'm pretty sure one of my players did too, right? CD
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, they fucking did. Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill, yeah, CD Lamb. I'm sure Trevor Lawrence probably put up a couple, touchdowns that week too.
No, it was definitely Hill who had like fucking 30-something points, and I said, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And I tried to get him that same week, and I said, "Of course, Teddy has him."
Yeah, I think that week he had a rushing touchdown, he had a receiving touchdown, he had a passing touchdown.
Yeah, he had like almost 40 points. I said, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Yeah, dude.
I think that was right after the DJ Moore game that I had to play Kern. I'm like, dude, this guy puts up 60 in the fucking first half. I said, what is going on? I said, I'm done. I quit.
That's all.
But it was good to have you on, Teddy. It's always good to have you on. We'll try to get you back on here.
Yeah, man. That was fun.
But
that was awesome,
it was good to see you, man. Long time.
You as well, both of you. You guys looking great. Looks like everything's going good. Life is going good. You both have kids, right? Zach, do you have a kid?
No, not yet.
Oh.
If I do, you know something I don't. Let me know who the mama is.
Dude, can you imagine one day, kid knocks on the door, 10-year-old Zach, little Zach.
Like on Big Daddy?
Yeah.
This is your kid. Where did you come from?
Oh,
like,
man.
Daddy.
And he's like half black. Okay, now I don't know where these came from. But all right, Teddy, it was good to see you. Good luck in your acting career.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Good luck.
All the luck I can get.
Let the people know where they can find you. What's your socials? Let them know. Get some followers out of this somehow. If anyone's tuning in.
Email me at thadkbrown1992@gmail.com if you have any questions.
Did you say Dad K Brown?
Thad.
Oh, Thad. They said Dad. I'm like,
no. Thad K Brown 1992. You can email me. I spend a lot of time in the email space. My MySpace is Teddy K Brown. Something.
you have a top 8?
Yeah. Nah, if you want to check me out on Instagram, my Instagram is Thaddeus Kevin Brown. That's the only social media I really use. I do have a Facebook, but don't bother. I don't know.
Oh yeah. All right.
We'll make sure we put it in the comments too, like where you can find.
Make sure you put, and if you want to text me, call me 915-999-9999.
Attaboy.
Yeah, sounds good.
Looking for a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, don't give me. I got your real phone number, so if you get any calls from late night showcases, you know why.
Oh boy.
But it was a privilege, man. Good seeing you after all these years. It's been a while.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. It was good catching up, yo. It was like old times.
Yes, let's do this again. I'm down anytime. I mean, I work, my schedule's insane. I'm sure all of ours is, but anytime you guys want me to jump on, I'm down. I love talking.
Yeah, I'm just glad you have Wi-Fi this time, because last time you pulled an Aaron Rodgers on us.
I got new Wi-Fi. I can afford Wi-Fi now. I'm moving up in the world. I'm doing good.
We're so proud of you, Teddy. We are.
Right? Like,
hell yeah.
Dude, it's a miracle how I have survived this long.
One step closer to being a millionaire.
One step closer to being a man.
Yes.
Sorry,
he
guys.
is later.
How do I do this? So I just
I'll end it.
Okay, cool.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Be safe.
Later.